This is a wall. And today I'm gonna show you how to wall bounce. Now, I'm gonna show you what 99.9% of people, including you, don't know about wall bouncing, so you will be able to pull off the most unique wall bounces like Wallbouncing, coyotewallrunning, and many more. But this is not gonna happen if you don't know about the green zone. You wonder what that is? Well, let me show you. The green zone is the height on the wall you want to jump off when going for a wall bounce. When you jump off the wall in the green zone, you get the maximum height out of a wall bounce. If you try to go above or underneath that green zone, you will get wall bounces that look like this, and you don't want those. There's also the maximum climb height. When you try to climb above this specific height, you're going to detach from the wall and fall down. But this is not what we are interested in. We want to know about the green zone. Since our main goal is to hit the green zone, we need to know where it is, and this is where the floor comes to play. The green zone has always the same height difference to the floor, means if the floor shifts up or down, the green zone will as well. So let's look at the same thing in game. Now, as we just learned, the height of the green zone is always in relation with the floor. Means the green zone is only there because the floor is down here. Now that means if I go up here, this is our new floor, which results in the green zone also shifting up. So if I try to have a good wall bounce, I have to hit the new green zone. So if we summarize what I just said in 3 points, it's the following. First, always try to hit the green zone. Second, green zone equals good bounce. And third, there's always the same distance between your lowest point and your green zone. Now that we know what the green zone is, I will show you how to actually hit the green zone, introducing all the methods and their benefits on how to get to the green zone. First up, we have the easiest one, slide jumping. In fact, so easy that 90% of guides say that you have to slide jump to perform a wall bounce. In order to slide jump, as the name says it, you have to input a slide, then a jump. You have to have a minimum velocity of 200. Benefit of the slide jump wall bounce is that this wall bounce can reach the highest velocity out of all of them. Personal tip, you don't want to press W when interacting with the wall. Let go of W. It allows you to bounce off lower objects and results in more speed. To maximize the speed, try to hit the wall while flying as parallel as possible to the wall. Now, since you belong to the 1% of movement players that know about the green zone, you should understand that the slide jump alters your height just about right, so you are hitting the green zone. Next up is the quick slide wall bounce. In order to quick slide, you press the same inputs as the slide jump, but you don't actually slide. Since you don't have to slide, it's pretty much instant and doesn't require you to get to the velocity of 200. Means the benefit of quick sliding is you can do a wall bounce instantly with no additional setup. Let's go to my favorite variation of wall bouncing, fatigue wall bounces. When you jump in Apex, your first jump is gonna reach a specific height. If you jump again, right after that first jump, it is gonna be lower. This is called a fatigue jump, and happens because when landing on the ground, you get a jump fatigue for 2 seconds. Means every time you hit the ground after your jump, you have an imaginary timer with 2 seconds. If you jump again within those 2 seconds, you get a fatigue jump. Now, what's interesting for us, yes, you guessed it right, the height of the fatigue jump is the perfect height to make you hit the green zone. Benefit is that you can chain them into each other infinitely. Every time you land after wall bounce, your 2 seconds of fatigue are activated to hit another wall bounce. That is why they are also called infinity wall bounces. Let's look at the next way to hit the green zone, coyote wall bounces. If you walk off a ledge, you fall off. Wow. Now, what a lot of people don't know is that if you jump right after walking off the ledge, there is a time frame where you can jump again, even though you are midair. This is called a coyote jump. That means when walking off a ledge, you are shifting your jump arc down because you don't jump from the floor before the ledge. Instead, you are jumping after falling for a tiny bit, which alters your jump height to the green zone. Alright, what I explained by now are all the variation to initiate a wall bounce. To bring these wall bounces to the next level, you can also redirect or Tapstrafe after the preparation, like Tapstrafe after your slide jump or coyote jump, etc. As if it wasn't already good enough that you now know about all the different ways to set up a wall bounce, let me tell you that all of those can be changed into a wall run instead of a wall bounce. So after doing your preparation, you can choose if you're gonna jump off the wall on contact or wall run it. The main idea is that you have to jump off the right height. You can still move left or right on the wall by holding A or D. Considering we are talking about repositioning on wall, let's get to the expert level of wall bouncing. So why is U-bouncing so practical? First of all, U-bouncing is the only type of wall bounce that doesn't need a preparation. It's still optional and can give you certain advantages in certain situations, but is needed. Why and how? The idea behind the U-bounce is fairly simple. The other ways I explained earlier rely on the fact that the height of your first impact on the wall are the same as the last, where you jump off, which has to be in the green zone. So all the setups we learned are the best to instantly be in the green zone. What the U-bounce basically does is readjust your height so you jump off in the green zone, even though you might not start in there. Typically, this is done by climbing in a U shape. So when U-bouncing, you are doing nothing else but readjusting your position on the wall to jump off in the green zone. Now we need to get back and collect our knowledge. We know that we want to jump off the green zone whenever we go for a wall bounce. The green zone has always the same distance when looking to our floor. Now, what you need to understand is that there is different ways to create a new floor. As we saw in the beginning, climbing on a different platform creates a new floor and shifts your green zone up and down. Going underneath your current floor will also result in you creating a new floor. But where is it now? When climbing a wall downwards, your lowest point on the wall is the new floor. Means your green zone will also shift down. There's also other ways to reset your floor, for example a horizon lift. On whatever height you jump off, this is your new floor. Note though that whenever you fall underneath it, your floor moves with you because that's your new lowest point. Jumping off a zipline also sets a new floor, meaning you can wall bounce off ziplines or U-bounce and whatever you want to do. I hope you learned something new from this video. If so, I would appreciate you to press the like button. Special thanks to Triri. Make sure to watch his guide on fatigue wall bounces if you want to dive further into those. If you want more of my high quality content, make sure to smash that sub button as hard as you would smash logo.